As an Etsy mentor and strategist, I do a ton of one-on-one coaching. I do a lot of shop critiques and listing reviews. And I will tell you the biggest issue across the board is easily product photography. And the painful truth is your listing photo can make or break your listing. Now, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but it literally is that serious. Keywords might get you seen, but your product photo is what's going to get the click. And on Etsy, the clicks, engagement, likes, hearts, add to carts, purchases, that is what's super important to Etsy. That's what matters. That determines if Etsy is going to push your listing out to more and more buyers. If your photos aren't stopping the scroll, your listing is already at a disadvantage. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through what actually makes an Etsy photo stand out. We are going to look at real Etsy listings together, and we're going to compare photos. We're going to compare the good versus the bad, and we're going to look at things like the background, cropping, lighting, all the small things that make a huge difference when it comes to your listing, stopping the scroll and getting the click. This is going to be a real eye-opener. So let's get started. I want to show you something just real quick before we get into looking at the real Etsy listings. I want to show you a trick with the thumbnail. Now, I know some Etsy sellers know this, but a lot of Etsy sellers don't. So I just want to show you this little trick just in case. I'm going to take you over to my fake Etsy store and show you just how to adjust your thumbnail. I'm going to go ahead and bring you over to an Etsy listing, and I'm going to show you real quickly how to adjust your thumbnail. So we're going to use this for an example here. This is some polymer clay earrings. So here is your photo section of the listing. The first photo cell is your primary photo. Now that's the photo that is going to be used as your thumbnail. But if you scroll down here just a tiny bit, you're going to see thumbnail, and you are going to see where you can adjust your thumbnail. And it will say here, thumbnails are a cropped version of your primary listing photo that shows up across Etsy. Make adjustments to preview the most common thumbnail size that shoppers will see. So once you click on adjust, you will see how it looks in portrait mode, how it looks in square mode, and in landscape mode. Okay, so you also can adjust your thumbnail by zooming in or zooming out, and you can also move it around. So say I want to zoom it in, but I want to move it like here or move it here. You can do that. So you want to make sure that when people are scrolling in the listings, that your thumbnail is going to capture their attention. And so this section here where you can adjust your thumbnail, that gives you more control of what the shopper is going to see. So I just wanted to point that out before we got into comparing the photos. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into comparing some photos. And the first thing we are going to talk about is going to be lighting. Now, lighting really matters when it comes to product photography. It's going to show more detail. It's going to make things look better, more inviting. It's really going to affect if customers are going to click on that product or not. So we're going to scroll through a couple of pages. We're going to look at some lighting. I'm going to give you some example of good lighting, some bad lighting, and tips on how to make your products look better. Just scrolling down, the first thing that I see here is this photo here on the far left, the navy blue polymer clay earrings by Wildflower Clay. Those are beautiful. They're stunning. But you can see right next to it, we have the blue and white summer clay earrings. You can tell a huge difference just in the way the one on the right is styled and lit compared to the one to the left. Okay, the one to the left has a yellow to it. It's a yellow tint. The whites aren't bright. The lighting is not great. The background is not the best either. So if you are Wildflower Clay, I love your earrings. They're beautiful. And you can see just in that row alone, the difference at the lighting and the staging compared to the others. So that's one example there that I want to show you. Scrolling down in the same area right below it, that those earrings, they're beautiful. But again, it's not the best styling for them. The background is dull, the lighting is dark, and they're not positioned well. So and again, compare them to the rest of the photos. So you can see how important lighting is when it comes to product photography and the staging and the lighting. I mean, look at this one here, this handmade polymer clay statement earring. Again, I don't know if you could see my pointer, but the one with the girl here on the end with the earrings. So that's such a great photo because it's bright. It's well lit. It looks professional. You can see the product on a model, you can see like what the sizing looks like. You can get an idea of that. Now, unfortunately, with my screen share program that I'm using right now, I cannot click in the listing and show you the listing without losing it. So I'm not going to do that right now. And not only that, but we are just looking at what is getting clicks, right? So we're not really looking at the whole listing right now. We are just looking at what your products need to look like to get the click and the conversion. And again, we have the same issue with this blue and white clay right here. Second photo. This is a great picture. This, I mean, they are styled. They look beautiful, but I think the lighting is off. It needs to be edited a little bit. It needs to have, brightened up a bit. And you can see that. You can see how bright the other photos are. And I'm not saying that that is a make or break, but you could definitely see that it's not as bright as the other one. And it's not as detailed as the other ones because it's a kind of a far away photo. And then we have the ones here in this row. They're all kind of dark. This one at the end, particularly here, that's hanging down again. I don't know if you can see what I'm pointing at, but that photo is really dark. There's a lot of shadows here. And I mean, some photos are meant to be dark. Like this third photo here, that's meant to be dark. You could tell, the dark wood. But this one is a lighting issue, shadow issue. It really should be brighter. These are great earrings, but the lighting is just kind of dark. So some examples that I want to give you for taking better product photos is you definitely want to use natural light. You can take your photos next to a big window. If you do that, though, you want to make sure that it is not blaring bright sun. You want to make sure that it's kind of shaded a little bit, that the sun's not full force coming into your window, because then you're going to overexpose your products. The other thing you could do is use a light box and use natural lighting in it. Natural lighting is best because it is softer. It doesn't give off any yellow cast or blue cast. The other thing about product photography is, like I mentioned before, the majority of the photo quality comes from post editing. So make sure that you edit your photo. You want to get the shadows out. You really don't want to have a lot of shadows when it comes to your products. The next thing we are going to talk about is the background. We want to make sure that it's crisp, it's clear, there's not a lot of clutter. We want to make sure that your product is the focal point in the start of the photo. We want to make sure it's not competing with anything else for attention and that the buyer knows what it's looking at. Now, I think this Fiesta Piñata picture looks beautiful. That is such a great photo, but I think it is super busy. I think it's really busy. You're kind of like, your eyes are all over the place. You're looking at the bracelets. You're looking at the flower in the hair, the earrings. You're not exactly sure where to look. But when you look at other photos on here, even the one right next to it, you see it's crisp, it's clear. You know immediately that you are looking at some keychains, and the same along with the other listings in that section. The ones here, this one I have right now, this bestseller. And the popular now, again, I know you might not be able to see what I'm pointing at, but these are clear, they're crisp, they're in focus, they're up front and center. They're filling up the photo cell, which is important. We'll talk about that later. Now, this listing is great. It's so cute. It has a little prop to it. You click on it, it has a video. And Etsy states that listings with videos convert higher than listings without videos. And I know that's kind of tough to make sure all your listings have videos. That's something I struggle with myself, but it doesn't have to be a complicated video. There's no sound to it. It's only about 14 seconds long. So even if you could just get a quick pass with your cell phone, make a video, you can see how beautiful that looks. Okay, and here again is an example of lighting. I would say at least 50% of the time when I do a shop critique or a listing critique, I always see products on a dark surface like this, a dark wooden surface like this. I know maybe it was trending at some point, but you can see, even just looking at this screen right here, how dark it looks. It doesn't showcase the product well. It's just dark, okay? Especially compare that one with, any of these. Look how bright these are, okay? So the dark background, dark wooden background really isn't great for showcasing your product. You can look here at the far left. These products are also on wood, but you could see the difference with that lighter wood. Okay, look how much brighter the product looks and the whole listing together. So that's just an example. The dark wood in the background just makes everything look darker. So I really wouldn't recommend that. And again, you want to just make sure that there's no busyness in the background, that it's just clean and clear, and your listing will perform better. You can see the majority of these bestsellers and popular now, they do not have a lot of crazy background. They are lighter. And that's another key, is always look at what's popular now, what's Etsy picks or bestsellers, and take a look at those photos and see if they are modeled photos or they're flat lays, but really pay attention to those kind of things. Another thing that I want to touch on is making sure that your product fills up the photo frame well. You can see here in these first examples, the photo is up close. You can get a good view of the details in these listings. The majority of shoppers shop from a mobile phone, so you want to make sure they can easily tell what your product is. And that is mainly by taking close-up photos. Now, you still want to make sure that they could see the whole product if possible, so they can know what they're looking at. But you want to make sure that it is up close and they can tell what it is instantly. We'll take a look at some of these just to get a better example. Now, these are stethoscope tags, right? So these are perfect for nurses, and buyers always know what they're looking for because they are typing it into the search bar. You know, Etsy's a search engine, so they already know what they're looking at. So it doesn't necessarily have to show the whole stethoscope for them to know exactly what they're looking for. Instead, it's more important that they get a view of the details. We have this one here on the far right, stethoscope name tag. And you can see how cute it is. You have little hearts and little feet and little dog prints. You know, all of those are important to a nurse. It's personalized, and they can see, oh, wow, I'm a dog mom, and they have little dog paws, right? So you really want to make sure that your product is up and center. If the buyer has to squint to see what it is, they're probably going to keep scrolling. Another thing that I want to touch on is you want to make sure to take multiple photos of your product. That way, when you do get the click, the customer has a ton of information just by looking at the photos. You want to make sure to have different angles of your item, maybe something that shows size, that references the size, all the details, color, textures. You have 20 photo sales, so you want to use as many as possible. And you can also use some of those frames for graphics. That's something that I use. Anything that is going to give your buyer more information, maybe color options or font options, sizing, shipping information. I add all of that into a graphic, and I add that into the photo section as well. But the more photos you have and the more information the buyer gets, the more confident they are in making that listing, and the less likely you're going to have any returns or unhappy customers. So you really would rather give them more information than too little. So use up as many photo options as possible. Another thing that I want to touch on is Etsy's photo recommendations. And Etsy recommends that you use high resolution images. I personally like a 2000 by 2000 square. I think it is great for the ability to zoom in. And it also works well across the board. If you are selling on Facebook, if you're selling on Instagram, if you're selling on Shopify or a website, a square photo to me always seems to work best. So I would definitely recommend trying that out. And the other thing is you want to double check how your product looks on your cell phone. That way you are seeing it through your buyer's eyes. You are seeing how great it looks, and you are comparing it to your other competitors. Okay, so those are some of the best practices. So now let's take a look at some not so great photos. Let's just look at some good photos and some not great photos. Okay, so I think this photo here on the far right, I feel like that photo is a little too much. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot to unpack. We have some earrings, we have a bracelet, we have a mirror that's reflecting everything on there. And this is for candles. This is for our candles. So if you're a moonlit Solana, I'm sure your candles are fabulous. I just think that that photo has a lot. It has a lot going on. Another thing that I would recommend is if you see this product over here on the far right, the one that says pray for these t-shirts, I would have these shirts ironed a little better. I think with the competition here, especially in shirts and in clothing, the competition is fierce. So I would have had my shirts a little ironed more, maybe a little brighter here. It looks to me like it's staged to kind of cover the tag a little bit, but I would have had this ironed a little bit. And that's one of the things that I see a lot of the times is a lot of shirts and clothing is super wrinkled. I'm not saying that one was super wrinkled. I'm just saying a lot of clothing is wrinkled in photos. This one here, this is a great photo. I know that I have a big following of importers, but this photo here is great. I love that. This one here with the hat on the far right, I think this is a cute one here, the one with the sunshine and tan lines. That is a cute photo as well. You can see that's outside. It's well lit. It's not super distractive, and it has some interest to it. And shoppers really do like that as well. So you really have to take a look. Take a look when you're creating your listings, or when you know you're going to go and do your product photography, and see what you are competing against. See what kind of product photography is out there in your niche, right? Go to Etsy, type in the search bar the kind of product that you are looking for, what you sell, and see what is out there. And again, you want to look for best sellers. We have some best sellers here. Etsy picks, popular now, all of those type of badges, and you'll see them right up here at the top. All of those will show you what is popular and what is working for sellers. So as you can see, photo photography is super important when it comes to getting the click and the conversion. Your product can be amazing and fantastic and the best thing on the internet, but if you don't have a great photo, nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know because you're not going to get that click. So it's that important. I hope this information was helpful. Be sure to grab my free guide, The 5 Things That Are Killing Your Etsy Listing, in the link below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.